I'm at an inner city greenway where I'm just going to point out the issues, hopefully fairly quickly, about these greenways and how if we don't allocate line items in our city and county budgets to help manage these greenways, then what we have invested to preserve them, that money is sort of lost. And here's why it's lost. All right, so everything I'm showing you here, every single plant is an invasive. There's not a single native around me right now, at least that I'm showing you. There's one maple above me, but the rest of them are all invasives. So that means that there's a tremendous amount of plant diversity that's been lost. And when you have above ground biodiversity losses, you also have below ground biodiversity losses. So that means all of the little buggers, both microbes and actual arthropods and insects, they are also lost. It's one of the reasons why we have this massive loss in insects, pollinators, etc., because we're losing habitat for them. So these greenways are created so that we can enjoy nice biking, hiking trails for families, and also to help make our air quality and our water quality better. They're really useful when you have places that have ephemeral or perennial streams to maintain the stream bank. But you do not get those what are called ecosystem services or benefits when the population is dominated by invasive plants. And the reason for that is because invasive plants tend to outcompete, because you can see they're green. All that green, that's all invasives. They're going to stay green all winter long. And so they're using all the resources while the native plants have gone dormant. When those native plants try to come to life in the spring, they don't have the resources. They can't compete. So these plants are eating and drinking all winter long. And so you lose all of those native plants, and you can see the stream bed is eroding rapidly. That erosion is directly a result of losing the biodiversity that should be prevalent in this inner city greenway. So what is the solution? The only solution I can come up with, and this may just, exemplify my ignorance, is we need line items. We need line items in our county and city budgets demanded by the population that are specific to managing these ecosystems for their maximum benefit. So instead of leaving them up to be managed by volunteers who are under-resourced and tired, because there's so much work to be done by volunteering and so little time and energy and resources to support volunteering, this needs to be a benefit that we all recognize and are willing to pay for with our tax dollars. It doesn't mean we have to increase tax dollars. It just means that we have to have line items in the budget that are specific to preservation so that people can come in here and do controlled burning. There's some excellent equipment. You're not going to lose people or property values or property at all as a result of using management practices that include this really cool kind of farming equipment that comes through and it torches with the propane right immediately on impact. So there's no fire, because farmers don't want to set their farms on fire, right? Or the adjacent farms. So they have to have equipment that's really quite good and quite effective. And so that equipment is available that cities could use, bringing out people to clear these landscapes, various tree companies. I'm not promoting myself for that because I don't have the equipment to do that. But in terms of helping plan and provide an integrated pest management protocol and a landscape plan to revegetate these as native, certainly I could do that, and certainly there are other companies, local companies that can do that. So we're supporting local businesses. It's really a win-win for everyone. It certainly will save the county and the city's money in the long run from having to deal with eroded high erosion rates in the water, because that means having to pay to clean this water. And also in terms of air cleaning, it reduces healthcare costs for local hospitals that are dealing with uninsured families who are often living in areas that don't have greenways and might have high asthma attacks. This is all going to sound like it's running on. It is. I am a bit running on. I can provide anybody who's interested a little executive summary. It's like 3 pages long, quick read on why these greenways are so important, the ecosystem benefits they provide, and how we can support them financially as communities of cities and counties.